I say sound on ma so talk to him. Mame na wase na no pay na ye na izo nyankopon ase mame mo ache na mensan so mo akwaba ene eye a fresh week, a fresh Monday, money making Monday, July bosomino man mo ena ye da so e wo ofisa me ya no e de akwakosi se eye non kru ebebo apam no na mame na wase se ene 7 July no komo ho no mo a ye no ebedi ni kama ofisa me ya e ko no sports ebeba wa kwa mo ena no pesa so ene de dawbo krata no ni mu nsam ni nyina so no ebetimi e de amaw anope na fe ato yebo ase na fe nsam awodra aba no ye nya abote na yetimi edi ehon komo e de na the new patriotic party e kan fa abrekuma north one pay details no ye de be ma sound na the fresh survey aba if the new patriotic party and I found the new patriotic party one more presidential race no ehona ye be di hu komo no pay ye de region bi ade ebetimi ede amount no pay na yetimi edi eho enkomo kama pa so etimi edi amount nsem bi kan sem we hu ena no pay ye be transia afisa me ya no koko say ye brebe so ne ama emo so no ye no ebetimi edi eho enkomo sanso na ye be show videos edi free ye various communities eniama ho enye enkoyi no ye de ho nkomo nyina so no ebetimi edi amount no pay mame na wase na mensan so mo abaso say wa dwani o Facebook wa dwani o YouTube and I say Net2 TV. So once again thank you very much for making the dialogue show your morning to go companion. Let the conversation, I'm ready to ask you na fe yemfa conversation yemfa ntuna yeni encommon tentem so na yemfa ema wo yentua hofo na yenhye hu kran kakra if you say where we are now any baby a year coach no nobody knows. It say we share no per se ya say me no me no ye hyehyehye ye hu kran kakran anopa ma men kan cho say bibia ni asase so a so that's a news so betimi aya ontumi nye nothing, in fact absolutely nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. The word itself is, another word itself says, I am possible. What you think, sir? The marketing teacher, I say, Bibia, ni we see ya. Okasa obaya won't mean it. Nothing is impossible under this earth. Nothing. Under this sun, nothing. On this earth, nothing is impossible. Bibia opeso bi abetimaye. If you say, a we are saying Ankasa or no Ankasa no we are saying a timono or not possible. And the for sure, Tim say, Anamo be a wood to be any do bia and who bet to me a yamana ye. Ejina adwin a wo dwen so. Any anamuntu a wo de hye o da yeso ana o trim ponum. Bibia enti won solid da ko say, "Eh, anwanwasem asi ni eh, wait, eneso wetimi si." Ana ba ne say no ye. It tells you, say, the word itself says it is possible. So the word itself is possible. And the fan show trim say be no untimi ye. Adie bia also be ye bia obetimi ayam na ye yie. Hyase ebra ususu ye se obeye. Trimponi adwe a wonya ye no tobo ase. Hyehyeni yie na hyase. Me say dey tobo ase hyehyeni na hyase. Empepre on ka say na me classmate bi hyase omo a me ni nyina ye birthday ye nyina ye nya 20 years ye nyina nya 30 years ye nyina ye the same age group one ma hyase di kanjamenti ene me so me dim ni ka da bi tobo ase ebidie ba no pa ebidie ba wia ebidie ba nyumre amen ka se me kiro nyankopon okon fa so bo achichide ene okwan ofa so ebo kraman se achichide se obetu mirika se de kraman tu mirika na asembesi obeduro no na ne gonjon peace na yi nanso oden kakra baby akrama bekwa koduro no achichide nso obeduro ho so be a way really ase possible. You can do it. Obia yibi onso betimi aye. Eti wodi ye ne se to bo ase. Sisi o ho hye wana motu na hyase yie. Na kai slogan am de ma no. Walk with a pure heart. Me no dialogue show ye busua no. Ye slogan ye de nam no and they say we are working with a pure heart. Pure mindset. Pure heart. Through that Yankopon ebe yadum so no na ewo gidi ra hye se ohyira tanopai onka me no mi na wotwe na ontutu ya namo ensie na de bia wo hyase enne ana wo hyase nra ka kire won say it is possible ebe yie abetimi aye eso so ama no aye ma me na wase anopai na me nsanso emu abaso se wadwe ne ewo na 2 TV so na ihwehwemu aba betodwa. Say the new patriotic party, one more presidential candidate race no. A group chairman Kennedy Agyapong ko Agyapong ejinamu. Dr. Brian Champon ejinamu. Former Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ejinamu. Dr. Yaw Educhum enso ejinamu. Na fe omo makani nyina so Dr. Kwabreje omo nyina so ejinamu. Wamo kokoko na no nhwemu aba beto dwa kire se ebi adikai ebi so toso ebi so toso miensa ebi so toso enan ebi so eka others no ho anope beto yebo ase na yeshow region by region bia eastern region, Ashanti region, central region, western north, bono east, savannah oti north east ebe show ni nyina nkambopuni mantem away ebe show ni nyina framantem ebe show ni nyina fimfim mantem ebe show ni nyina na watrance na ene nimdefo di ho nkomo na ye bisa series of questions a ebe lead to ye answer anopai ye pese ye pe na ye nyina no ye de efidi ye ho ne yadwen ene anopai kai se message dwumade ne the dialogue show nti ba bia wo se wotika mu na hwe o YouTube se wo ama no ne se wo Ghana na hwe o net 2 tips ana wo adwane o Facebook no pacho wo ye host of the dialogue show susu ye ben adwenkyere ben o contribution ben na office o de babeto pon so a na ye ka se ye de ye o man ni ye a ebetimi aboa ma Ghana na ye kyekere no o ho be kombi Ghana na ye be kyekere no wadwen be kombi wo susu ye be kombi na etimi aboa ama no etima ye sabre ni ye transe a ye nyi adwen bi amfiri mu ya di adwen nyina ba on board round table discussion ya transe na ya ye na atunidi the dialogue show enti anope ma me na wase se wadwen ya na pe na wode wadwen che enso beba number na odu video no be fa so de ama ya no 0240 550 899 ti number ni bi 0240 550 899 or the first bar you be kenkana kama na yetume edi ama nti ma me na wase na no pe se wasanso adwen ye ene a fresh week fresh Monday money making Monday so I pray to God say onnom ye na onka ho abra the sports ba wakwam edi ama osi ahene ye kofi amponsa osi ahene at the sports ebe tos kama enra kotokofo shemen munyam ikusi ya nze yaje edi kofi sports ba wakwam oya ye be sansa bana fe nsama ho no ye de abana nsama jam sports no wa shade bi so me ba me no ba bidi nkomo on the rate at which I say of late ewu na do so pa wanu tisade no obehu obi na ade achi uno bi kasa no pa awia uno bi kasa ni onmero kamne no kwa hia o ka mu ye tena ka mu bonkomo the next morning yes yoko obi kwagem asikum atrabe obi fa eso market na be sia o se me nisu birimi o no ko obi gina me ba na be din ko bi me share some info be with you ya drum na bi a esese ye ma ye ni ko niam bi hu na ye niam bi yie sropa anopai mesa so abaso na yetime de hu nkomo after sports me no ebe share sa information fila na ekura me no na won so watimi ahwe ho so yie papa se ba bi e ka ko no esese ye bibi na ede be me ba sesi ana de nkomo sports up next.
A blast on the Ecosola Sports in our share here on Net 2 TV. The dialogue shows your Basia A to Z about sports. The other day, here was still within our share. I pay Yan Shas FFE Air Badminton 2025 course. So between last Thursday and Sunday, El Labuma Beach. Na Nika Akon because 11 countries they take part. Even Biano na Egypt for in the ultimate title and also Nigeria for no silver medal. Then also Mauritius every day a bronze medal. The importance of this is say no more pay qualification World Cup so this year in December United Arab Emirates Dubai. It's there was this important competition Ghana now what you say but be at obre Jimedi no ase mom G a trophies no so represent trophies mom your mom medals how so be and last year Sunday. Enti Yanshe Minister for Youth and Sports Ora Kofi Adams Edu Hono Edu Kwakra Enti Minister for Sports Recreation.
I didn't watch that of Egypt, but I was told it's one of the very strongest teams in the competition and you defeated them. You have followed it with another defeat of Togo. It shows that you are truly prepared to defend your title. My presence here is to inspire you and to motivate you. And to know that you are the honest. You are representing Ghana. Each and every one of you is carrying that flag of one. We want you to be at the World Cup level. So do everything to play all out. Don't do. It's a thin thing. Observe well critically. Listen to the technical people. And I believe that the ministry is working with the leadership of the people.
Minister for Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, Yatenenka. So, Team Ghana, every silver medal, the really championship. How I present a medal and a trophy. Team Ghana last night, 25. Ghana, maybe okay. So, in screen now. Brana presented the trophy and the medals. Team Ghana winning silver medal. Competition I say. So Team Egypt, in overall, as champions for 2025 maintain competition. Abene screen now Team Egypt. So overall no. More champions 20 edition there Arsenal. Ghana versus Egypt. Badminton. Ghana Egypt game na ekoso. Washi. Nenika. Yes. Your guys know SVT. Oh, you love badminton. What do I say? Oh, to me, devil. Oh, nah. Wow, look. So beautiful. So beautiful. Pass it to enjoy. Some of the sports. Alright, Evans Yeboah, president, Ghana Badminton Association. You ready? Na essential so. You be a competition, no? Yenti, alright. Yeboah.
All the stakeholders, all the partners, the volunteers, LOC, the team behind the team, and everyone that is involved in all of this process. So we look forward to seeing ourselves again, and God bless us all. Thank you. It's been amazing, all of us, and all the things that we have done. We thank the players, we thank everyone, all the stakeholders, all the partners, the volunteers, the LOC, the team behind the team, and everyone that is involved in all of this process. So we look forward to seeing ourselves again, and God bless us all. Thank you. Thank you. It's been amazing, all of us, and all the things that we have done. We thank the players, we thank everyone, all the...
All right, so that was a Air Badminton 2025 Abanewie or Laboma Beach or Ghana Accra. Yen switch from there, near the so women's soccer. So yeah, more a macro KC Morocco and the Black Queens of Ghana ebon first game against South Africa. It's a big game panel eba so 4 p.m. A kick-off time. So Black Queens of Ghana versus South Africa. And a year boy competition match day one day mine. So say last Saturday in started competition games be akosora interesting results now. So Senegal win over DR Congo by 4-0. Nigeria share Tunisia. Me and Samuel Algeria eshe Botswana by a good so screen now the Black Queens of Ghana team any ubia jesina mo beshe for the tournament ashase ati say ye be wish team all the best we almost see na ewi papa so e ma the Black Queens team na niam akosi e ma so CAF and so announce prices for the competition so we need tournament na we are entitled to $1 million. Second runner up budget 500,000 USD. Then Otosmi and bronze medal also we need $350,000. Oplisi Forta also amount $400,000. Quarterfinals budget around 16. Then also we say the total or more spending $3,475,000 on this competition. Ekoso Morocco and Mark Kencity na pay edon now you switch to Accra Sports Renra na President Cup 2025. So the big game Folk versus Kwabia Kumase Asante Kotoko. His Excellency the President of the land John Dramani Mahama and Ra or enter Accra Sports and enjoy this video. Yemetwaso. All right, so once President touched down and I was say give near to us now, Bibia a chassis. So give no evi ne say has elusuba to so now has the folk a come fast to the can share first goal against Asante Kotoko and Ra. All right, so that was Hasselfolk. A come fast some shade that go against Krobia Kumase Asante Kotogo. So Kotokwata Makano, True Peter Siedu Amidu. Then also Hasselfolk echo down by 2 goals to 1. Then has in a penalty. But me say that penalty. How has me say penalty and right. All right, so Kwampoku and then now say that important winning go announcement Krobia edit trophy no Kokumase. Ne niji ne akono nra. Yen share Kwampoku go no against Hasselfolk nra. All right, so na stadium na full to capacity. Partner who say obi anto no omo ye renovation won ti omo decide say obi anto won ti down one it was so packed. Because nipa na egu echi kwa akunye no. Just say omo love football. President John Dramani Mahama Nra it's say there was a enyum ni su. Na yenhwe Shatawale first. Production wada Shatawale first. Name head na Mahama reacted to that and you know ekoso no. Ti ma me Shatawale nra gas sports stadium. This fucking beats me and play out. Make a take focus and play out. Then the hungry beats me and play out. I say America, don't fight me here now. Hey, so you know this is every ball of me. You know this say I didn't live in logic. We know all of you. Everybody say, I'm coming, I promise. You'll be there after day. If you don't know, you will ask that question. These things in the city, question. I'm coming, I promise. Hey, sabotage, anti-sabotage. I don't be a punk, don't give me that. Agenda, everyday agenda. Okay, so when we say Shatawale one popular song be a betrende pa Mahama paper nra e juma pitch na so na ye President John Dramani Mahama nra abra na Shata Mahama paper no na ye koso All right, so His Excellency and now enjoy Ghana's Classico Accra Sports. So, our presenting trophy the ma Asante Kotoko Seminary champions for 2025 President Cup. So, winning Koma course and Accra Sports City because of Italian switch. Now Mexico for your crown of champions for CONCACAF Gold Cup 2025 and it's important a year trophy. No, so your enemy say it's not NFL Cup on the semi-final stage of the competition. Here up with Nico Williams. Nakadiko enemy so journey FC Barcelona. No amaso, okay? Do no amaso. Why send a contract with Bilbao till 2031? Nenra team no pursue a picture of Nico with the caption "Fufu Power." Do you know the meaning of Fufu Power? Aquawi or Pefu off. Oniano or managing of power. Umba joy. Fufu see and Bilbao this capture the mania Nico Williams or Bokra football till when we see on pay that's it so parts TV looks so friendly Saychon Sempera so a and was with the dialogue show. Good morning.
Abusia mame na wase na me na Kofi Amponsa osi ahene so ase se enenso wo de sports no abetwam kama e de amaye enura na che se hono ni kasam trophy ni age kotokofo age next year besan age musan be besan age oh nya houses footy be kotoko kwekwa ye ko me ko me kan se me ba me no be din komo bi bebia ye wo sisi aso man no oni me be ya adwen se say ye dwe ye nua ho ye ma ye nua ho dwe the rate at which dipa ewu Ghana had ma men putting this anati asi wo su se adrubre bia say ye ma ye ho ye nkwa ya pomuden ehia ye pa de nti a meka sa ne say last week na me kenkan ade bi animdifo bi etimi a detect mercury e wo banching one of the Galamsey communities banching you detect say mercury ewom it's not dangerous enuane ye di wabonten wona ye nuane ne yesre akade amode enuane no momani nko homaye why we say be ye 1 week to 2 weeks ni nipa bia minnim wo mo a wotum say wo hia na hu say hwe ha no Ushana unsa hwe ha no minim se wonso nimbi ebi kwa office obi kwa efie a wo se mo mfa no hospital obi kwa ba fie wo se o munye na duane mfa no favorite munye mfa ma no oto etivie kwa akonya no asense da akonya no ko last week obi kwa gym ho no na odu wo se o be start se o kun Your rational cost with no call. Ye diania ye dieno, ye diania ye dieno. Yes, sir. One man when you any spices are who do the year, never say every any Ghana Standard Authority for Mumma when you call me, yes, Ramo. Nipe woo, you to woo. You too, hard papa. Ebia we am show. A mewa and foul abubuanu ni mobia unimno, obio bang pa, you will not feel it. Sanity. But I don't catch us a very dangerous. Any amakoye. Isi jifo munya majuma ye. Ya, ye ni kroma se bedi agro ha. Ai. Munya majuma ye papa. Munya majuma ye ena no pay. Na baby a ekosi sia na baby e gina sia no. Ye ni agro. Enya agudi. So back to nkoma na me no die no. Hwe nipa ewu. Your system no is dying gradually. Hwe hospitals na koya de. Nipa bre, nipa wu. And I say, ya me sikape di nim si nipa nkwa. Unia ho ade kwa hia wo se sikape. Do you see what you drink? Enya mo de drink onu anso onum bi. Enye sika na ope no, oti uton sika uton unia, udi sika kwa ton unia nkwa kunya to atwen kwa. Ebe kakra no he, obi no matter obi abeja bon se biane to, obi abeja to. Ye nyina obi aba ana wo sori amachi no ka benku no kan be bono be 40 balls ni go ana pa bia akwa adwuma family no asho bag mu wonu amo anu anima ti bia asho bag mu ko ni pe wu the way youth ne the way that youth this speed ko no I don't want thing chemicals aye di aduane ma nipa di okroma ewuni eku nipa mema jojo mema bre e de cancer ho do ba kale yenye careful kakra haja oton wache pacho nim se kan wuni ade a wodi no wache se be within 5 minutes 10 minutes 15 minutes o pese beans ne mere ukuye haja you are killing us ukuye unim se so bolo ya wo ye ne asana o se mo kan se ne ba ko mo tonton station on ma ase bi aba be don from say burkina o se hwan no mo ntomo boas na mo nye ne yi ai yem pesika mfa nkoto vi se bia nko heaven ye ni sika bia wo nya se sika wo nya unwu esra mo ntomo boas ye nua mane ma me no ma mo ton aduane me di mo ntomo boa na mo nya aduane ye ma ye ne ye ni why na so customers 20 every within 2 years 1 year 10 years pacho sika na open one de bebre esra mo ye wudojo Ghana for wu. I know shit, I know thing. And then let me also take the opportunity. My advice will be backyard garden is very important. Dia meko, dia ujene, dia onya do kakra. What I say? Dia ntos. Ntos I don't know say focus mo kasa ntos ya. Run say tuaboba. Ntos bia na bank tin. Uko villager. Utu share fo ya na pai bebre ne. Ya boss play mani nyina asa. Ahye. What it no kakra from one utwa dua simbe no twimako kakra wadi na wo na ko backyard garden no yen try introduce famra yen jija jase ye si dan wi ani ato ho nyina tas ya sementi ba bia yen nya ba bia mfa unya menkam ye no bi si ofikyire ba bi obetisi kontom ne no adi ahwande wo mu odua jeni kakra odua ntosi kakra odua meko kakra chale ufa ofikyire na chi akeka be miama sie ne no nya akra no adi de to abontene too much last week de me mani hu ye no Friday Saturday de me ti wo masom no enye nipa ye wu anti ase nim omo pa sebo akwa so nyom ho eye nyankomade ne osunsunsan so bo mo so na ne different when me kan de yedie obi nam ho wonu nkokum nipa won konko ye sakawa won konko ye rituals bia ba bia wanya ne sika kakra brefitia no pa kosi anyima sam ne fifire okoto fufo kakra kwakodi a fufo wura na wo kwakoto na duane no fufo na wo no bankyere nye ode ngo na afra na ode awo hu aye ko se bode enkwan kakra ya mansa ba ya mani pa beto adie no ya mansa enkwan kakra ba ye no unim ya jaye what the spices o like soup pa ye sama no the siwo kakra wi a anim na asa hwehwe no motumi hu Jesus Christ, what are we doing to ourselves in this? Why didn't ye hu yen kuye nyina ye hu because of sikanti bekum ye nyina come on adabraka yes sir aduane tonfo no montomo bu ase monfa niam ese fatanye se de no ye ni pattern kra de ba beto ne besa na unim se jani obenya osika obi otuna da waso beje wa eye na woto aduane ma koku manu adi woto aduane ama kofi manka hu abeto adi na obeto aduane ade akyan ye se onya yade eni aduru jese what you want ma kun okọ emfa so ben ye benya fi so come on yesre we dey me appeal to FDA pa yesre spices nya ka dia hodo mo dia nuane no mama mani nko ye ma ye pa mo chewai ehu last week Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday, Sunday no me wra ho papa obi a mai wa fe bia awokro hu bi ye waba otifie munya maduane ma me oti akonye TV ombekwa akonye na osense da akonye num mi amadam for post ni bia brantia po janso pa akọ gym ho no du won na ku ade de di ko yemu no ekun ye edi ewe di enya me see o ma detective mercury or cassava banche na ye 2 day free village e dia bra mi ato kroma di no mercury o ye detective mercury o e dia ne ye hu kroma yi yendo do ye hu ade a wo ya enya wo de no emfa maunua so nkonko di drinks abaso ya ukofi na egugu kwan e shebo 550 230 na wato de ahye ma bag nto mfa nkosko di ukuma no koto mango koto pineapple na wa bend wo fi juice ama nkran fa nkosko ye ku ye hododo chemicals ye digu food e ku ye kwekwa na mame mfa wonsi ho de mera ho ne papa but ese ehwe ho so ye yemfa paper review no de obokrata no yemfa emunsem no emfa entraso ententem so na yemfa mebraso se ye de obokrata no ensem no etimi edema ye babaka ye be di nkomo kama pa etimi so emaba na ba be kama nsa ye de paper review no etimi de toaso kama na yenko ani papa tam na so tam no ko eti kwekwan na fe ye ni nkomo paper review time sabate ajaneme asantewa enso ajaneme na anpa hu fi ha na mo haya kono papa fresh babies aba so as I always say omoba sana system no me boko sabate it's say
nyame ado me ho ye pa na so e
boko
and
then I saw person name no kono ohun line blue black white
aye
kai bia kama azanto
bra penem
bia boko de
nyame ado boko mpacho so
ba na so me papa era mase pa cho mukuku na mo ne emba na mutimu na kasawai tuntu na mo trombo atmaye ne omuku ye why
no correct
Thursday Friday Saturday and Sunday nipa minimum mo be 6 obi no yare o
Food poison.
Obi no enye food. Just say obi abedu fie. O say me ne favorite man. O ti akonya nku. Obi nsa be fie o say o me hon fa me hospital. Necessary say o fa ki aba fi dem aba. Oba na da form. Impejam. Obi akwa Odu jama brante kama no hu ni picture bujan. Anti boss. Sika na ye bepe. Na me be adum ye benya. But the edi go nuane mu ato ama obi edi wa bonten. Yeso anu beans, e be wache ofi a. Ye the beans sisi jaso no anajo.
No correct.
Na sisu a de bet na emre. And the beans no, I use for 30 minutes. E do wakra na beans na emre. E de na ye dey show.
Kaune doso.
Haji Ameli, Mr. Ai. Onya adom na me ma na ehu hia pa. Yango paper review.
Okay, Daily Graphic. Zoom Lion sets foot in Kenya, implementing no fees stress. 15,000 fresh students reimbursed. President Mahama launches policy. 24-hour initiative competitive tool. Henry Osei Akoto. To Daily Graphic.
Okay. Yango ya.
Ebusa ya shase anopay edide ubokrata hodwa yensaka ewo fidem ha ede asom ya hwefo ne yetiefo na me di Daily Graphic shase esro ha katafa etoso du miensa na Zoom live for ho nsemo ewo ho na ne nyina ne se afia Zoom live for omotre mo krabatemu anasa omotre mo ahye mu nyame adom sise makwa kopie mu ewo Kenya ne nyina no ehoye ahonidie enti na makwa kopie mu ewo ho na Bana headline so Ghana man penny Rajon Dramani Mahama na no penny funi edahana we no ne policy a wode baye ho nsem na no pen so eno so edaha katafato sudum yensa ase ha so yewra akomia so ho nsem ababeto dwa ha no pe Daily Graphic mu nsem no bi na media to join.
The new crusading guide. Brian Agyapong's campaign picks up stem fast. Investor Dr. Rudy Moez endorses Ghana as Africa's top business destination. EC set July 11th for Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun. Health Minister donates motorcycles, incubators to Joaboso Health Directorate. Ascent Central NDC executives remanded over press conference against chairman. Kwamega Atopli intervenes with 60,000 water project for whole residents. The 24-hour economy policy is nothing but a replication of previous policies.
Yenso aso biemo enfama ya hwefo de ayedi the new crusading guide and ayeto aso anopay na yensha se enfamfri katafa etoso miensa ewo ase ha sei na ukwa ase central NDC for executives ewo ho ene se omakwa akoye press conference e de atia chairman awo ho nti anopay yakomu se gwomachi a omakwa kopiemu ewa posi akachi ni nyane se aremande wo ma ehun nsem no bi ewa ase ha na yewa bra champion so ya remind wo
so mo ye dey
omokoye press conference etia chairman na wo ho no
chairman be
NDC chairman no
24 economy bi ha 24 hour arrest
ezapa na my din ya ma mensere
yanko
Ebusabe to aso biemu ama dia katafa to so miensa de kopim edu Yewra Agyapong foni edenim ha sei na ne nsem nyina ne se we unity se nyame ya aduma fragba race no eno ane ne ha dwen pani we unity na ne nyina ne se yento ne so aba se man pani elekem jai sere no nti nyame aya adom na ne dia ba montis na ne nyina ne se apeke dia ma ne pansa na nkata yi ka ho nsem a medi mu nso nsem ne bi som ya hwefo ene yetiefo na soafo no ene hwe apomudi ensem so ena me no ka se wakakopie mu ewo Joaboso health center wo ho ne nyina ne se wakakọ donate ama de share wo ho we ye motorbike na wo de koye and afa incubator ma wo kwakwo ebi wo premature 7 months ne 9 months ne bi kura na kwala ne beba no na hoodin eni ho no safo nkwala yi enti na swafo no na hwe apomuden sem so yera minta kan no akwakwo donate de ama wo de ne ku say din guide bi
how in the constituency
anti
aboso fan boy
ebi no
The Ghanaian Times. Stop Work Minerals Commission grants Health Goldfields 45 days to rectify breaches. In quote, no fees stress launched. 15,000 students benefit so far. Zoom Lion urges strategic partnership in Kenya. We will dispense justice without fear or favor, new CJ judges affirm. Into the Ghanaian Times.
The Ghanaian Times and Amede etwa so Amaya Shefo na katafa to so do ba ko de medical abobo so no Zoom Lion ho ensem no sara so na katafa to so aduonu enkuno eno so enso Ghana man penny ye John Dramani Mahama ni free policy a wode ba ye ho nsem ni bi eno so ewe anim ha na bana headline no na ye ka se wode weni ekochire mu ewo dwabo so nanka demonstration bi ekoso anampo se nanka menteme ho ase bi asori wo ho na numu na dwumako ye din krataba montin se adwobreo ejana o maso wo ho no enjo se ne be ya dwumako mienu no ebetinya tena ase ahye mu nema yie na aboa manwuma no etimi apagya Ghanaian Times nsem bi ewanim na no pay maboboso.
The Chronicle. Health Goldfields ordered to cease operations at Bogoso Prisia. Africa expansion. Zoom Lion touches down in Kenya, ready to forge strategic partnership. Jampo flies off the handle over misconduct allegation. The Chronicle.
The Chronicle nsem no yedi kan aboboso ebi edi amaya hwefo Zoom Lion for de ne aboso sara so na Goldfield so de ne aboso edi amaya na ye Jampo mfo ne eda ha ne nyina no eye allegations ahodo na ye file edi etia no se wono sisi ade we ni sa ede free ho a wapepa ne sa ho opani empe asembia katafa to so ensia na nsemi bi ewo ho a The Chronicle edi aba.
Daily Guide Anna Midi Chatwo. Brian Agyapong's popularity surges. Ken leads NPP flag bearer. Flag bearer raised with 51.4% survey. Ablekuma North Parliamentary. NPP rejects EC's rerun. Adubuahin loses national security account fight. Agrada 15-year jail term causes stay. Daily Guide no.
Ye we the Daily Guide ewie amaya hwefo ene etiefo de amamenfa Ablekuma abatwa isi aba se yensan kwoto ewo ho police stations ahodo mako 19 ena mpanifo yi ese yenkwankwoto aba no ewo ho ne no ene dom kuma ewo mrahye bedwefi MPP fo se omonti ase ne enti ase china eho nsemo ewo ase ha sei na ye redu buahen so ne ho nsemo no eno so ewo ha owura Agyapong ho nsem ne edikan boboso ediamao na wotwe wie Ghana social media so na eso aye menya se ne woko so menya no na nsem ne draw so ni na efa mama part ne first ne efa ne okonfo agrada enso ne wase ye friend mama part na ne ho nsem ne draw so yie pa me do ka say de court esi won konkwo twere aban kukumu mfie dunum boni awedi wo mayi munti wonkonkwo twiri mu eno so ho nsem no ewa ha na bana headline no Yera Kennedy a compare ko Agyapong very ma ban pimpimani da so ne pimpim so frɛ na eni da so eba ena ne ho nsem ewa ha na we survey bi a ekoso ena wo ma wo ye survey yi ede aba beto montin se wo ha mu chichemu no wo mo hwehwemu a na ese opani wo hwere di kan akwakonya 51.4% a anope mete ye no me ho fa me die nenso eni jesunku bi ewura me mu a eno so ewo Daily Graphic anope ye di mu nsem Daily Guide eni mu nsem no esom ya hwefo
It's madam I say Ken leads MPP with 51.4%. Ebetu ya boss na yetimi edifun komo. Right. Okode sorry.
Presby.
Santo okode sorry.
Roman.
Oh okay.
And also kwa dia sorry.
Me ko siesi.
Ah.
E onyo bia me de pa.
Enyom be.
Sie nyankopon. E ya ode ye ko sie. Ansa na ode ye na be kire.
Ah, ntina ka open
So
dia one ne kwa sorry.
Ore tene ye. So de yen ko sia. Oda hinta sama di kire ye. Tie basa ye ko mano. E basa ye di hwe no. Ono na wonim nia oriye. E basa. Sabe ne becha se bedi unkomo ne pa. Pa. E bedi unkomo. Mama na mase na no pay.
Wadaroma ene ye me bra birthday. Felix Agyapong Sam. Nyame shraw, nyame nya okese. Yesi ye do pa. Me pese se me nya wo a. Se nua be ma kameden.
Okay.
O ma metimu ye me de. Intene erade mfa insure bu insure nyina so emfa entomo.
Anfa no me so you said that first say happy birthday. Yakopon shira. Ntebusia na anye na fe no do bokrata na si. Na yanto ye boss na fe ye ma ensem ahodro a sese yetimi edi ho enkomo no so ede ema wo. Na mebaba sabe no so di nkomo. But nkomo ba kwa asem no hwa no pani edi me bieso di a kire o. Minim wonso wadwen nim de no nsusue e wo ho se de mimi ho no. Tale yekun ye ho dodo. Yekun ye ho too much. Yes, so pa ye try ye nkwa na so too much. I say of late na a content 10 dodo. The said the rate at which eniama ekoso the rate at which nipa ewu no ano hye ano den papa. You're very careful won them where di diemu de odi ko ni paduemu pachoma hu hia why na ma won dance hu hia the number of hours I say rest oni baby aye ada wani nkum kwa wo de da ho na tretro na mu no nsam na baby aye aniama no hye dodo srepa sa futuwe ehu hia me ye papa anopai no course no ye betwen so kakra na enkomo ho no mebehwe ne edi nkomo edi ama na se nkomo no die no course na no me be phone lines na ma na won so watimi edi wadwen kire edi aba me das papa pasa watima sesa me se metombo ase me be phone lines na ma na watimi edi nkomo ba de enum de yedie no ya sha ase yedi nkomo this week na ebitu wa na bebedi nkomo na yatimi aboa ma me ne wo yatimi atrase na matie won nsem a wobeka na won so wahwe me watie me nsem meka na enyina yatimi aboa ma dialogue show botae no yatimi SCPS ta me ba Abdulkumanov MPP Junction sanso na MPP amanyo code ma 19th if you are there na wotwe omukwa kohia mu ewo University of Ghana na fiada memenda kwasiada no omode delegate conference aba enu achi no survey na aba no 51.4% for Kennedy Akompre ko in Agyapong details edeba eba isia Awusia mame na wase na me sanso emo akwaba emfa emra the dialogue show on the 2 TV na no pen so sa wa journey en ewo eye YouTube na se Facebook no wodo message no to wor ma meko na mako kenkan kama etumi ede amount ye transe adwada de kokosi efiada edu samre ya ene animdifo transe impanye transe na ye de nsam atobama so na omudo munimde etimi de aba ye wi a wa wo hwe wa wotie no nso no na unso odie no ama kwan na wafrɛ na watimi akyerɛ wadwen anaasɛ unso betimi do message number na makenkan kama de ama de ntia na ya amfa course no ntem amfa ma no sɛ mpɛsɛ di nkomo wewie na nkomo no course na no me de wadwen kyɛ na hyɛ mfimfi na ma akwanya na unso watimi afra ba sɛ de bɛyɛ na yɛ nkomo a yɛdie ne no betimi ate yɛ nkomo no asi papa eku a ɛde Sun City Africa eye ko ma ye nhwehwemu foforo kra na nhwehwemu no womo eye MPP amanyuku no na womo sanso eye NDC amanyuku ni nyina ye mwan ne betimi di sa amanyuku no mienu anim MPP de na NDC de be na no pem no be senta enkomo ni na wo NPP de no na fe no ochena akọ no na ya to eboas na fe other political parties de omo ye no na yetimi adi ehonkomo ene de a wo mo ede buy offer MPP amanyuko na for the hottest internal elections e wo see a eno na eda ho no mo a aye hot na ebekoso aye hot kopum so mbe yi be wie no eye presidential prime minister baba be ye no enum na mpanyimfa hodo na atwetwe won mutinti ho na Sun City Africa omo ede wo mo ani kire ya wo mo ne amanyuko no Emma Edin Komo, Ghana for Edin Komo. Now we pick all the 16 regions. Mantam do this, you know, one of my effort in the show. All the 16 regions, no, a regional breakdown, said in Abamount. And open now, what in Ashe, regional womb. Now, when we said it, MPP Amanyuko regional, said you will see car one semofa, and they said the Ghana for all Mantam no mono. And so, a do MPP Amanyuko nefa. Now, we say, among the penny for our contest, no. Say if our man tam no na ye de so panyin be gina panyinfo be gina wono mo a said your man tam a wo mu no wo mo kasa esie no me de Sun City Africa wo mo regional breakdowns be man so wo Ashanti region wo Eastern region wo Bono wo Western North wo Central wo Greater Accra wo Ti wo Volta wo Savannah wo Bono ana Bono East wo Western North ana say Upper East Upper West baby a obi a no ni na be ma na wo said your man tam na wo mu no said ye wono mo esi ekasafa na de dodo na ka no na wo so otimi de wadwen etimi edi echa no pai fodwo Shadrack adwen me ewo ha no ma ene ne nua eye me no man timi amba sanka wo te Shadrack dia na ka wo te Abednego no ate anti amba Shadrack akwaba
Yesepa mejeso
ya woko de
emi adum ahode ho
dia se chairman baby obi a no se Agyapong kana
ne ho mfa no
na o mana modern na osan fa na meka yensa na ye ne nkomo kama pa kwekwa no wahu Sun City Africa for one more survey no saka wahu
eno anyumre ye hu yin na se dem amrenity no ye de ncha be kwa ma ategufo nyina MPP for Ohimpon Dr. Siyama Teguman Hene.
Yeah,
and I'm Yanka Samina Nampon Satin Kakabo, the second. Atebu MPP chairman, former MC, HOB pay. Now, there's one quick issue on in an area, I'm a person, maybe 1 minute, I can't want some pay.
Quick one.
And Ranumre, your Bobby 2 ye Jukwanso. And I think that this year, unrobbery cases almost bear 4 near record was our kind of. Oh, yes. I think say Ghana a kwanya robbery was upon where the casting way. Just the next robbery betu webiano will still happen on that same stretch from Ejua Airquat to Equijiko Kwame. So the reason is that a nanopay a Chinaya Tebuja by Reni Dihu Jacket Sepa Watibu. More Kumasin and Crane and a tonnam OEG. Ofa Kwame dance so cocker Jesus and Nam Jenny Duo.
The Kwame dance in Hopa.
Tinipana Juma or you are when you titulate you Juman on my day, and Susu for near Foom 4. But over the years, say a 24 cock of monument in maybe beyond robbery attack. Oh, quite so. And right will be too. Yes, last year,
the two abani I think police and drivers in clash just because of say a board driver need to free driver. This year more than 4 have been recorded. And now BCB so nipa su. And this is an area that is an NDC dominated area. Into her pro sending at the Mantin, MPs or more parliament. I've never seen any of them commenting on these issues. By area, a quite or cramponia de enye. Into Befasa Quenya is one of Naya Desa, 3 members of parliament way pro sending at the Mantin MPs in some more hair and paya. A number of information there could be an interest be a Tanahane come once and one yamabetse. One pushy president and the interior minister. And rules and highways for the new regional minister no omoko last time arrangement yeji pro green police for car ba kope into no incident is see the pan come Matias hospital no omo ho na St. Roberts na sande akosi akire bio na police car na edi awufo na tuma ko hospital no na say eno an san ba kwanzu da beduro na de besi nsin wiye I say what think ha what so tuma o girl so te your friend is saying Pantine. Ubeku abekosi echiri na de bi senya si. Enti e no pa ye besira ahemfo so a wosa mantama kese nyina mu ni nkro yami se. Mososo no momma mo homene so ahemfo e ho. Na sabio ekwan no so nya jojo. Atebu wo fi ho ba kumase ne ade a. E bo nwumre 67 kra sabio. Wontimi kra mfa kwan no so because you say Roberts bed e be attack o kwan no so. Enti e besira no pa se abambofo interior minister, roads and highways minister, president any police council near Dinina, Nema Ecos Watibuno, and then the Kwame dance in the Yegino. Yes, there was some form of from now, Monshana, Jim Rasa Quanos, Edamasi.
Okay. Mr. Das Papa, and Chebako, suddenly I as be and common, I bet you a boise. Na ya fan mark said be na wa hwe na wa utie no betimi ate enkomona se enti very soon meko eye Kencity Africa for nchen na ye ne wonum mpanyimfo akakodi nkomo ne ahwe botaye ne anamo a eta wo mo latest survey a wonum aye na chine said ye methodology omu gina so e de nna no betimi edni na so ma quick continue encourage.
Okay, enti no enranyu around by 5 to 6 p.m. ho your platform using na Kencity research way ebeto so na ebaye no ne hu ni se sabio ye wo obi ye research ebeto abontina there are some of the factors as a one o consider into no one of the things that sabio maybe ye broken from 2022 bepem there ejinamu a into no one year you might be misled and few sabio once pose in favor into no you want to just give in and says oh papa but ye pose be out we are at the statistics. My first degree. By your post be at one of the first things I saw here and say, observing say from the general population, and I say population is not a fast sample film. No, you should when you are there, you should feel some sentiment. What necessitated that research and post in the end of the buy. And send a back baby and if you must be a head and providing some in some then there is an foreknowledge of sad and I say, of course, yes. Prior to some years service, we know already there's tension in the MPP presidential primary race now. Going into taking into account what happened in just this past general election, 2024 elections, and also taking into account the happenings in the party for the past 8 years. See, you're picking leadership at the various positions, and people to represent the party in parliament and the national front. There have been general sentiment that people feel that as those the people that have been elected or that have been given the nod to represent the party at various offices, people feel generally that they've been forced on them. That is one of the reasons people feel in their hearts. So I think that once the party is in opposition, it is going to be a good ground for party members, say they're going to have opportunity to choose who they want. Because so what buying there are a lot of things that you might be intimidated, especially say you're talking about for member of parliament or constituency. Now buying not so no catch some nipa we are. A bad dim pass says you nipa na form no bit me them overturning because they have all the machinery to influence the Sika or and what they were more positions. You may intimidate more. If you don't go this line, if you don't toe this line, maybe we are going to ship people in line just to go in the interest of the government or whoever that has some kind of a hand in that elections going on. Now you hear from about from 2016, from 2020, there are a lot of things. I'm as popular, I'm as the seat. You heard from the issues that happened there. Now we have the issue that is happening in those areas. There are places that people came out. Bufoso was expressing, say, the people are mind. We don't like them. People call him. Their sentiment that, unfortunately, our neck wasn't able to resolve most of these issues. And to seeing this research, and what I say, the findings of this research, generally, what is the general information amongst the people? That is the populace. The general perception is that leadership over the years, people feel, majority of the people in the party feel that they push candidates on them. So once you see that, that is going to be a great, your friend say, that's going to have a great impact on the whole survey over anything afterwards. So because survey and I woman, no be catch say, Dr. Baumia Lydia. That person is a liar. No matter say obey analysis, because when you go down and speak to people, that is what they tell you. They tell you that now party not be kind, sir. We are now going to have the power to decide what we want. And we are going to go and come back to see, even from the police station levels, district levels, constituency levels, you will see the massive change that is going to happen there, especially for people who are now to another line. As we're seeing the kind of a form say or pushy candidates on another person. And this survey by or compare the figures of the various regional outcomes to what we had in 2020. 2023 prior to presidential primaries now, you realize that Honorable Kenyajapong around the 37% compared to Dr. Baumia 61%. This 51%, it is not so much from the voter in that primaries. That should tell you that this polls is directly mimicking what we actually did in that previous years. Because here he didn't perform bad. We had a time on Kenyajapong at the year campaign prior to that primaries. Now where the vote now where the government power and they tie Dr. Baumia then now still 1 million even 62%, 65%. It will tell you that any change in government beyond every people position beyond is going to have effect on the flag race, and people know what they are elected people who are following them, and they know what that. We will not have it easy like we did because of you. Nipa 1.5 even up to 1.5 years for campaign. He had close to 40% votes. That is not something you can just toy with and just play with and just play. They know the reality that this kind of the next presidential prime is never, and that form they know it. And this thing, I was even expecting these numbers to even hit around 60%. Okay. No, I don't know the sample size I'm picking. I've not read too much deep into it. Regional. Some region in my home. But if they should have picked a very large sample size to do this analysis, I wouldn't be surprised on them getting about 60% of their vote, And I'm telling you here that, see, quite the next presidential primary, Honorable Kenyajapong is not getting anything less than 65%. That is what is going to happen. Because from what we have observed over the years, and about where your course near Yakom and Tanta party in I am not too surprised with what we are seeing here. But we know so no sabio ye ni Honorable Kenyajapong everything is rosy so we can relax. We should hate and hate hard. We should go to all places. The friend is saying, but we should make a friend's attempt and go and reach up to this area because the thing say primary here and now it also translates into the general elections campaigns now, because we how your primary so be on here general election going to be in as much as say yeah prepare for election 2028, wherever we go and we are selling the candidate on Kenyajapong, we should do what? Sell his ideologies, sell his personality very well, because one we are there are a lot of places we are. A Benusian main presidential candidate, NDCB or more aspirants say you're not competing. We will not have that opportunity to go back there to the people and communicate as we would have had opportunity to communicate now. It is I'm not too much surprised about it. Until we are we will have opportunity to review the original some reason the breakdowns now. We can talk much about it. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Because the previous regional winners, we have them available here. Okay. So when you compare them, you can see what is happening. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Papa. justice Wadaroma yɛbɛ regional breakdowns no mako na yɛgu so na yɛbɛkɔ ɛyɛ Sun City Africa mpanyimfo nkyɛn afei yɛne wɔn mo akɔ di enkomo na anototo bi ne nsɛm bi sa wɔbɔ na yɛbisa na wɔn de ho anu yɛ ne de ama na yɛate wɔn ase na ya confirm sɛ we adwumadi a ɔbɛnti no yɛmfa ɛyɛ bono regional ɛmfa ɛnhyɛaseɛ na yɛmɛ sɛ de bono no hɔ de no esi ɛtie ɛnɛ anɔpɛ Sun City Africa for wɔn hwɛ mu wɔn sabe foforɔ kora wɔnom ayɛ ɛwɔ MPP amanyukuo no wɔn presidential race no ɛho survey ɛna wɔn kae sɛ mpanyin atwi wɔn ti no dɔɔso wɔde Dr. Yawaditum Dr. Brian Champon ɛwɔ mu former vice president Dr. Baumia wɔ mu Agyapong so ɛwɔ mu Yura Kennedy Akompreko wɔ Agyapong ɛnso so ɛwɔ mu
survey no mean say finally by the time you say beko premise a lot of them are going to drop. Somebody like Brian Champon from anonymous was say or money to taxing the team this or monko say if it is necessary so be contesting now or no there he's still testing the waters trying to feel say who being here so because he's a businessman. If he feels he won't win the election there's no need for him to come out and just go and waste resources. I think he would rather stay back, support whoever we want to bring for 2028 and go and win the elections.
Okay. It's a quick one. Yenni nkomona yenhwe say na Sun City Africa for one more delegate survey report no bono capture bono region Kennedy Akompreko wo hene Agyapong eda 51 said about 52.4%. That's what I'm 52.4%. Sapepepe ena eda Dr. Baumia so Edgina 43.4%. Dr. Brian Champon 1.9%. And afe Dr. Osei Duchum ya Osei Duchum so 2.1%. And others no 0.2%. Enti sana bono de no. Esitie na ofia wonom nsam na wonom ekan na wo munyina so ba ko a wo hwe gender. Ma dodo a save omo ye obono ma e wo bono de omo kan de memma e wo bono enso so ekan ye na ohwe de omo kan na ma pa se MPP Dr. Baumia memma e wo MPP amanyokuo no no o kan nyina bom okay ma me regions nyina ye regions ye na afa ma ba se de be na obetime hu ma ne memma wo MPP amanyokuo no de wonom e kan de wonom ase enti bono de e na ye de amount no eti quick one no just ye be call the next one no bono east e de na ya hwese de honom de nso no eti bono east de no so enie e bono no onya 42.4% Yura Kennedy Akompreko Agyapong bono de no 52.4%. But oba bono east de no me pese nkosi na pese di enkomo nie pese ohwe mantam na ben no mantam na bobo ho na hu say kasa no mo kan no kasa kro no the kind of communication how they communicate about MPP internal elections na regions na bobo ho no hu say kasa na o mo kan no enye kasa say o katwa na o kan fantio but political language o mo kan wa MPP mu no kasa wu ekoso no say na wono mo esi efa no pa ewo nsusanso bi ewo mantam na bobo ho no nkomodi na o mantam ba ko no ekọ na atane atamantam no nso emu ana o ya bono easter say na bono east dia no so etie you ba Canada Japan kwa 45.8%, Dr. Baumia kwa 50.1%, Dr. Brian Champon 1.9%, Dr. Educhum also ekura 2.2%. Sana na eno so etie ewo bono east edie no mu enti sa obia bono na nkasa na Yura Kennedy Akompreko elidi ye ewo bono ba oba bono easter na Dr. Baumia enso ebe lidi no ewo bono east enti mantam yenu na ebo ho no difference a ewo mu eno no but ohwe Dr. Brian Champon de na still 1.9. Mantam yenu ni nyina no 1.9 oba Dr. Yawaditum increase in vote no ewo bono east or ade 1%. to aya de onya e wo bono 2.1 oba bono is obenya 2.2%. Address no vote no oba bono is ta ayiraye na kokko di hifa cause okobono na fajo address nya 0.2%. Baba bunu is na
I'm trying to say me pet in previous way no.
Okay.
Like you say, in all these ones, I'm not going to Japan is appreciating there.
Yes.
Even from the Bono East, that is my constituency,
okay.
my region, Around the general primaries, the percentage was somewhere around 32%.
2%.
Yeah, then.
Oh, Bono.
Yeah, Bono East.
Bono East. Okay.
Yeah, so what could they compare? And 45 now. You realize, and with the sentiment that is down there, it doesn't show so much of a deviation. It is actually trying to give a correct prediction of what has actually happened in the region, because people have already showing sentiment and concerns of the candidates that was presented. So people are now looking for a new face to represent the MPP. So if your general prime is here, we are around 32%. Now a survey, we are having a 13% increment. That should tell you that with the perception that is done then, it's affecting the survey now. Yeah, you call the next region now.
Okay, and so I don't need quick yanko Ashanti region I had here. That's what I'm fire call Ashanti region quick one I said the Ashanti region there no as you say 8 year. You better Ashanti. You have here leaders no more region mu free mu.
Yeah.
You better you rock the Agyapong region, central region.
Yeah.
You back Dr. Agyapong eastern region. You back Dr. Yodichum Ashanti region. Near Kwakwe a Dr. Mamba Mianso no so ne region one so free mu. Na ya hwe obia region free mu no say and an region see appreciate Nipano with Savina Abano, Yabakoshe, and so Papa Intino, Yabako Ashanti region. Ashanti region is the Dr. Yaduchum, the region, and then also a MPP, Wordman.
Yes,
and whatever Ashanti region for the Kano.
It's going to predict what we are saying now. Say, I'm passing any power from no, a change in the face of the party now. Then, as a way survey, that should be represented or should be seen in the survey now.
Okay.
Why you
Eti yabaka kwakwe sa Ashanti region afi no ni aba central region na efuwa yabako mpanyimfo na omudi ye serving yabako obi a region ni akwakwe de na region na ofiri mu no ka say region no be pull support na de ama no announce
na Bono East ni krampo na when is happening. You look at this. Oh say Kintampomo around those areas it's part of Bono East region, where it is a little bit infiltrated by the people of the north. Until with one of Japan getting that numbers, it is even not so much everything like that. Should tell you that he's actually appreciating, because previously you can compare the 5 northern regions winner. You realize I'm not Japan by picky as steep as said yet, no picky in the other regions. This is the Ashanti region breakdown. You say now Ashanti region is giving us 53.5%. For 0.5%. What you say?
For Kennedy and then Dr. Baumia 29.7%.
Yes, one says overall survey now percentage in our Kenya point is 51%. The main place a party now but party full markers are 53% point something. What you say? In the survey the party now one yankasa why you a lot of police station or Ghana hano. Ashanti region. Now we are honor survey each they say I think also over to screens.
That's what I'm Ashanti is not to back my boy now.
Survey each they say you're 53.5%. So the sentiment I may register and I say a form no nipa nyina pese esesa the face of the party no. See the face of the party now. Then the main the original if friend is saying but be a party no sample kese be free abano. Ashanti region. If it genuinely separating better face pan say o person will conduct a survey to represent a fair idea of what the people of the MPP want to do, then it should be coming from the Ashanti region. And you compare these numbers, because you compare your primaries now, that time, Onomkenapo did not even get up to 35% in Ashanti region.
Yes.
That, and they quite two abandoned in a year, in the main primaries, Honorable Agyapong, 37%, almost 38%. What you say? And this primaries near Honorable Agyapong, 32% of Ashanti region then. Nesse, and then when you're 53.5% in the Serbia, that should just project to you that in an open or in a very large sample size, which is going to be the primaries, Honorable Agyapong is meant to have more than 50% votes even in the general elections. Okay. So analysis na me, you're quite a main primaries, Ashanti region, you're less than 35%. And yet, two abandoned in a region, Honorable Agyapong 37%. What you say? That should tell you that Ashanti regions have so much influence on who becomes the next flag bearer of the party. And this general survey, the results in a 51%. But see what is happening in Ashanti region. Ashanti region alone is given 53.5%. That should tell you that the sentiment that you're registering your new presidential candidate to represent the MPP, it is strongly registered in Ashanti region. Strongly registered there. This is what to inform the other place you're getting Bono East, our performance in the previous primaries, it wasn't that good. But we are seeing so much of appreciation in the numbers we are getting there. And we should put so much of our strength in these areas going forward. And I know that even today, let an NDC person go to the Ashanti region and bring out a post to tell you. You realize that is what is being registered in these areas. Would the MPP strongholds in Bono is part of them. Yes. The Bono East is part of them. But in your numbers,
Eastern,
Ashanti Eastern,
yeah,
part of them. Na Greater Accra, Abe Payo, na Central region mostly determine who becomes the president based on the numbers that happen. So you have 5-6 regions here. Now, who performance of your candidate? That should really tell you that where you will stand in the general primaries. It is here who Bono, Yahu Ashanti. Now, in about 3 regions, I have found Honorable Agyapong is leading in 2. They're only the corners. That's about 45%, which is a good percentage.
And where Dr. Richmond region, Ashanti region, how do you feel? My uncle Eastern region.
Ashanti
region 9.5.
Yes, almost 10% in the Ashanti region.
And I say on the region, or they compare Bono and Bono is there now.
That should tell you the survey. The survey is actually depicting and having some reference from the main sample. Say, Nipana, you need for Ashanti region. At least what do you do in the region? And then the kind of personality Dr. Dichumu so Brian Huase, or yes, somebody that is seen as pneumonia for Niadeno. What did you do? Dr. Richum said you when you want somebody and kind the party. It is a passe the personality not in the region. The region should be able to show you something. Yes. And the region is telling you that we are giving him 10% compared to other regions. I think that the Richum the highest percent to be should come from the Ashanti region. It is a position there. Then the survey, we can endorse the survey. What's your say?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Yanko Eastern region. If one my best Dr. Baumia region, after never baby or Central region. So quick one. Yeah, Eastern region. Dear no, Dr. Brian Champon, Eastern region, and free. Before the Eastern governor. Yes. Our Eastern region. The percentage on your one region, 13.7%.
Almost 14%.
Yes, almost 14%. So they compare Bono Diana Unya 1.9%. Or the Bono East Unya 1.9%. Bono Unya 9.1.9. Okay,
yeah,
the same figure.
And Ashanti Unya 2%.
And Ashanti regions, Utimi Emma Nimusika Kra, Ashanti region. 5.1
because that is there's a linkage between the Ashantis and the Enons or the businesses.
Yes.
So what you say?
And I think that the part
if that side, what you say? And someone American earlier and says, "You be seeing the survey we know. You beat me the Juma Kakra, you beat me the Kakra." One who said Brian Champon of the Eastern region, just like Dr. Edichum, though he will not win them, but his presence might be felt in the survey. Say, "I'm Panipa, we know." And the people will generally go in for you. And compare these numbers that we are feeling, even in the general elections, compared to the numbers Dr. Bamia had in the 5 northern regions. That should tell the people in MPP and inform us that these people are not even giving in to his candidature. That is what is translating to us because some you say a friend say pete obi adu nama ukrom pete du nama ebibeka and obi anu wode ne saben kubeche le kurasi what you say is that should tell you that sa elections say koye so much endorsement from the 5 northern regions for our first northern presidential candidate. It should inform the party that his people are not in his endorsement. This is what it is depicting in this area. Say, some you, free hand, they are not even winning, but they are making strong impact in these areas. Your questions have placed like Eastern Regional. When we did our previous primaries, Honorable Kenyapa had a good number there, close to about 40% there. And now he's saying it's about 60.8%. And what is happening in the Eastern region is that is where the former president hails from. And there's now relationship with Dr. Bawumia and akufo-addo. It's the same thing. What you see here, it is rumored and it is clear. Say from the summer, Dr. Bawumia, thank you talk. There's a break relationship between the people in the Eastern region would register their displeasure against that candidature. His candidature. That is why you are even seeing, even in the Eastern region, the numbers are so high for Honorable Agyapong. Because Sabio and some of course, Sabio at the pair course who are buying Mubiano, you perceive a tribute to Sabio, Nipano image, at the money be at the young fashion driver answer. There his people will not agree to that. So some figures way, let's put it down. Say Omoye another Sabia fine. Omo one. You realize that when we go for our presidential primaries, you will see one of the places Honorable Agyapong is going to get numbers. It's in the Eastern region because the people there will register their displeasure against the former vice president. Okay.
Okay.
We can pick a Greater Accra and we go to the up north. Okay. Okay. So
Dr. Bawumia.
Baby MPP You can give us any of the regions in the north, but 5 of them.
Another region. Yeah, I said the city. Canada compare Agyapong.
The area never voter because that's one area Honorable Agyapong won so much there.
45.5% because he's not from north.
Yeah. But you see what is
happening. Among for now a contesting in ano. Geofin northern region enya 50.8%.
50.8%.
Until the region of Fimuno.
Oh, we are northern pool.
Okay, well, not the region. Northern region, no. 50.8. So far, say, okay. A Tiffy man taming na bomwa.
That the northern part alone.
Yes, northern part alone.
Northeast and upper west. No.
Etifye said it here.
And there was Savannah. So it's not much where they say, the figure here 45.5%. When you compare Bono East, then Bono East is also in the range of 45%. What was that telling you? Now, my catcher said there's so much of infiltration between the Bono East and the Northern people.
Yes.
And you know, the we are survey necessarily near correct ampa. Then we should see say a lot of northerners inhabiting in the northeast now. That survey should be able to predict and give you to mimic what is actually going to happen in the in the northern region. And that is the clear picture we are having here. Say war in the northeast now. Bono East news there. Most part will be or two more for this side in they are all in the Bono East and now could do if you teach me a cost row by all part of our northeast. Maybe that's one of the biggest Zongo communities in Ghana here. I'm from that is why anytime we do election in my constituency, NDC is winning because most of the people that are voting there are coming from the strongholds of the NDC and inhabiting in the Brongavo, Bono East region. And you know, this survey, I am beginning to love where the numbers are going based on what we are seeing there because it's actually showing a clear picture of what we are seeing in the former primaries, and compared to the figures they have, it's a good thing. So we can look at another northern friend is saying.
Okay. It is region. 5 northern regions, no. Yeah. They show back on. First one, Dr. Bawumia lead. Okay, so Yanko northeast and so
you Brian education numbers.
Yes, because all the yes, I know about region. I say. Origins are and original Boshiano. So when to me, improve. I just any other regions there.
No. When you
Bono East Diana, to say regions near Bono, Macassa, Macano.
Oh, yeah. It was a Bono number on a point 9 or Bonancas around 52%. Wow.
Yes.
And Tinoco Bono Easter, a Sobetic Accra.
Yes.
Or the coordinator. He will be getting the numbers that is close to 50%. And all his numbers should be close to 50%. Because one, the general perception is a nipa no pay and society or party anymore. And the society, but we will be no impact or at least more than half of close to half of the people should be able to register their endorsement for you. And that is what the figures we are seeing over here. All what we have seen so far, Agyapong is either hitting a 50% plus or close to 50% percentage.
Okay. It's not East near
North East Savannah, those areas.
Not East, no. Kenya 44.5%.
Yeah.
Dr. Baumia 51.6%. Dr. Bechampo 1.7%. Dr. Wadichum 1.8%. Others in 0.4%.
Yeah. By year primaries, in these areas, Dr. Baumia was almost getting close to 80%. The general primaries, So as somebody can say, I am passing party the person. Yes, if it is so, then you have figures even in their strongholds. You are seeing that I'm giving to you say I'm before you be the culture say I'm passing party in person then be bedru the new candidate and I said the strongest opposition to the former presidential candidate, as we pull up numbers to represent in some I can say Ayampa. Nipa na 100% assistant Nipa Ankasa. What you say? Northeast Indian of Bungo in all those areas. That is one place that MPP so winning Abapa Kesi or but what is our way? To primaries near you realize that Kenyapong is so much appreciating in the northern regions, and it is a good sign for him in this region. We can look at another region in the north.
Okay, you ever heard Upper West?
Upper West. I think that is where
yes.
Dr. Baumia and our
Gabna Emukos Kakrapa. So Upper
I'm telling
West.
You, what was something
okay.
Yes.
Ken 36.2%.
What you say?
Dr. Baumia 61.5%. Dr. Bachampong 0.0%. Dr. Odichu 2.1%.
The others.
Others 0.2%.
And one who said these numbers is actually mimicking your former primaries. Your primary general percentage in 37%. Your primaries, I'm not going to 37%. Dr. Baumia 61 point something. It is telling you that when you go to his own place, that is what is representing there. A home pono. I'm going to say previously when almost 17%. It was double the numbers, plus some few percentages. And some parts of America, your general primaries,
the last one I'm here.
Primaries name PPA,
2024.
2024.
Okay.
Primaries name, Dr. Baumia, general 61%. And Dr. Agyapong 37%. And it's almost the same numbers we are seeing here.
Okay.
That should tell you, it's a subway, Sabio said that now you walk. I'm for what Timupo. I said you're talking about Dr. Baumia in 2024. So I call one because fear. It should be able to tell you that is where he's coming from. But I want to feel Yanko compare the numbers on Kenyapong and period primaries, and he said this survey you bet me the ancestors people there. Then it should give us something to talk about. Says Sabio, Nipana will feel hano. Nikrom for saying still. Definitely, she should be getting some good numbers from the Crumford. But Obia or Wabanton should go and look at number honorable Dr. Baumia Upper West in the period primaries. Who said whatever from so much close to about 20% of numbers that is telling the people down there and say Nipane wo party titiri do draw na epesai impolo no close to 40%. We in pattern jina e bu 4 epesai Kenyapong ability party so it's a good reflection of whatever campaign the Kenyapong team and the communication team and everybody is doing in the party. So we can check another one because in your own place, you do some number way. The number way is 61.5% at home.
Yes.
It's for 61.5%. You have to compare central region and central and no, Takra the areas here. Western and the Western North.
Yes, okay.
These three regions, I feel you compare because Kenyapong and Ahmad associated. You compare the northern region numbers,
okay.
Now better to why you will see say this survey, say I did between the
okay. It's Yabako upper we are powers, Yabako upper east. Now I said upper east. Upper east. You're Kennedy or Agyapong in 49.4%.
As a man, I'm for Upper East.
Yes.
Me say why MPP stronghold. Obi oni full Ghana election be oni say be a 2 about more. I honorable Kufiada na Vrongo area no. That is where I had my first degree na Vrongo UDS na Vrongo campus here. Enti no say am pass party ni pechichemu dia. Ba be party ni 2 abakọ, ba be nipa 2 abamo party ni kese bia no. Si enya yenya ensena ho be yesi yenya bibia kire se ampa se party ne den epeti se yempa ya hwe Ashanti region onop Kenya point lead ho ya hwe Eastern region onop Kenya point lead ho ya hwe all the bono oka bono vote ni nyina the two bono regions ni bom na strike average onop Kenya point will be leading Dr. Bawumia, or they will be almost be at par. That should tell you that the change we are looking for is what we are going to get. The way Upper Easter, Honorable Kofi from 1992, go and ask Obia or what election results say. Go and check the numbers MPP have had in the previous general elections. That should tell you that MPP is well represented in the Upper East regions. And if Honorable Kofi is getting close to 50% voter, that is what is it telling you? It is telling every member of the MPP and the delegates say the people down there are actually looking for what? Looking for change. That is what I'm mentioning to you. And in the regions now, people before and really, you know, Upper East, the two Bono regions, the Ashanti, the Eastern, and now we are up in Japan. If free, any that the close, the associate areas, and the central, the Western region, and the other Western parts, no. Yes, it will be MPP numbers will be no. Honorable Japan should be the one leading. If it is happening so, then it is translating into the fact that the party actually needs a new face to represent us. Yeah, because I see a pair and pass a person put the anymore. But we are one will be an I see the pan of voice and extra sampa. You say then in Genesis and Muba. You can look at some other regions.
Okay. Yeah, here region it's a central region. Young central region, young here. If you any central region.
You know 61.5.
61. So far, I share will be a region. Young central region, young central region. They say the central region, so it's a pool ever. Say offer central region. Now, what the central region compare Dr. Bawumia region now or Frimuna. Now, or share the previous year presidential premise, 1 more year or central region. Central region. The latest survey say Agyapong in 68.1%. Dr. Bawumia 27.5%. Dr. Agyapong 4.1%. And Dr. Yao Adichum also 2.7%. Others no 3%. But so share previous elections na moye na central region Yura Canada, Japan, in 10,828. Against Dr. Manu Bawumia, 6,159. Omama Kadan contest, Bintino, Sanambana, Omudi, they met me at the amount. In Sana,
10,000 against what?
6,000. 150.
And that is the total election should be giving us about 16,000.
Yes.
When you strike 10%, 10,000 out of that, that should give you about 60% of that vote. So it is actually giving us a good reflection of what happened in the primaries and what is happening now. And you check primaries, numbers now. The primary rate percentage should be giving something around 62, 61%. But we have let's say I'm passing the panel per change and Casadia. Then in his home region, you should be appreciating. I wish you would have mentioned your primaries near and call Dr. Bawumia, the constituency now, the region now. The region, no.
Okay. Upper East, right?
No.
Okay, my memo the 3 regions, no. The 5 northern regions, no. Memphis and Omao. Upper West, Dr. Bawumia in 4,878 against Canada and Japan, 1,084.
1,084. And
Upper West.
Almost about 5,000, maybe 6,000 votes.
Yes.
6,000 votes, this will be 4,000 saying.
878.
4,800 and something. They no could check a percentage where the person is almost running about 87 to 89% of total vote.
Okay.
What you say?
Okay.
And it is a 87 or near be Sabi na the Sabi no you are hitting around 61%, 63%. That should tell you what we are communicating. Say I am passing in Kofono Pensisan.
Okay, say the 5 northern regions na Upper East. And I'm to about
MPP, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into the last premise one more year, Upper East Kennedy Japan in 2,111. Against Dr. Mamu Bawumia 5,218.
It's almost about 7,500 votes.
All the total energy South Africa for you and I say
Adane.
Okay.
That should tell you, to compare that time when you're almost about 69 to 71% Dr. Bawumia in the primaries, Now, about 49 against 45. What you say? And to say, I'm part of party now, Akuma, everywhere, then the party wants change. So, but one figures,
Yes.
Yeah.
You have Eastern region, I call Eastern region, but you have previous Eastern region. Eastern region, Canada, Japonia, 6,794. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Enya, 13,387.
Almost about 20,000 votes. To 20,000, will be 13,000. We are. That was around 60-something%, in the primaries, it was almost around 62-63%. And but over years survey, in the survey you are seeing that Honorable Agyapong is leading with 50-point-something votes, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
My the current one, Sun City for the near Western of nothing. I mean, phone lines.
Yeah.
Now, I have phone telephones. Western region.
Into Western region.
59.5% for Canada, Japan.
As I'm kind, I've not gone details in. So we have Central, Western, West away now. Now the fast anti-region line now, it should give Honorable Agyapong an appreciative figures from what we encountered in the previous primaries, Yeah.
Okay. Against Dr. Bawumia, 36.4%. Dr. Benjamin,
Dr. Bawumia, as I lose you because in the previous prime he won in that constituency, that region, in Johannesburg votes in Sako form in the Western region.
One region, shocking me across Savannah region. Canada, Japan, 47.2%. Dr. Bawumia, 48.1%. Then catch you.
And Zampa, as some that you cannot opinion and say a form 4 pences a year. What you say? And now you compare the general elections now. Dr. Bawumia in the 5 northern regions, we didn't get anything there. You compare numbers now. Even Nana akufo-addo and President Kufuor, they don't have anything to do with the North by lineage, by anything. Their numbers, even in their first time elections, they did better than Dr. Bawumia in those. What is it trying to tell us? Or more first time, we are telling that we are presented a person for the first time. Yes, the first time candidate baby Lucy. But I compare the numbers to all the first timers of the New Patriotic Party. And for the first time we are representing the party, you can say, the tag you be able to say, I can for party. When we are representing ourselves with the northern person, we should have had a northern impact in it. That is what we are telling you, that even in all the Zongo communities in Ghana, we lost, with the exception of Winneba Zongo, saying. What is he telling you that? Where he's even coming from? His own people does not put their thumbs on that. And when we say some of these things, now MAP saying both no, we are doing no. The figures are there, the numbers are there. So what we are seeing in this survey, I'm very much happy to see some of these things. I can tell you that even we can say that this survey, is giving us a good representation or a fair representation of what the people of the New Patriotic Party are thinking into the next primaries, And a survey, Nipana, your contest, they are people of numbers. They obey data for. They know what is happening at this crucial time as a political party. And and Senkaya can say these numbers are good. They are representing us very well. Day in and day out, we are seeing that most of the big wigs are named Dr. Bawumia. In this primaries here, about 3 candidates are not previously in the camp of Dr. Bawumia. They are now up to contest against him. What you say? They are all up now. Out. So if they believe in the ideologies and the personality and the candidature of Nipana, they would have even showed forth their next to come on to do what? To campaign. Because whatever campaign message they are putting out today, it is a campaign message not against anybody, but against the former flag bearer that represents the political party. And because Dr. Aduchim Kojina Bino Kasa, he is talking to be elected as the next flag bearer of the party. Who is his communication going like the main opponent in one? The main opponent in the previous flag bearer candidate in the party. And in some of can be and some man which was going to take votes from Dr. Bawumia, Dr. Brian Champo, sorry, and some of the and some of Dr. Bawumia votes Swati. What you say? And you heard Nipa teaching you can see what party now openly and secretly declaring their support for Dr. Bawumia. Nipa edi Dr. Bawumia chiti through Mr. Honorable Amprechum. This weekend and prior to this weekend, and somebody see Mampon, it was not good. What you say? Money tutu. Only say the seat nekika. Almost one or more month for this. Almost of these people, I'm telling you, I'm pretty will not go for the next. I'm telling you here, you will realize that the people in the Mampa will get him down. And you look at the people that are surrounding your candidates. It's also another thing. Another time we can look into those matters.
Mama fa otina fe na me age groups no said the survey
OT and voter.
Voter Kennedy Agyapong 49.1%, Dr. Baumia 46.3%, Dr. Brechampong 1.5%, Dr. Yao Adichum 3.1%, others na 0.0. But mama no call survey no age groups no na here said the between 40 the ages of 40 and 55 no. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia leading with 3% ahead of Dr. Kennedy Agyapong. When you're 49.7% compared to 46.3%. 55 apples no said here and also 80. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia LED Kennedy Agyapong with 10%, 10 points. On your 47.8%, Dr. Yao Edichum. And so hono oba kakra pa to sa age 55 apples no. But ade ba kon asabe no me hwe ya me hu say oh ya ade bia o Ghana na youth ni free mu a you see MPP as a political party should find a way a omo be fa so ama youth no kwan na wono mo ade o mo ahye party no mo pa ebetima boa say the youth no ekasa eni one more mumfie no under 40 said ye one more and so ekasa esie ne Kennedy Agyapong one man 63%.
Yeah.
63% you to know say 63%. And now what the man compared to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 33.5%. Others no 1%. And also I just say
this survey Obia what say numbers, what data CBA, any the happenings in our political environment, would appreciate this survey very, very well. I would say the people from 40 years and above, they are the conventional people. Nipa, established people. Sabio, Titisem, Mumfanchami, I don't know where they but Empenifono, Yeni say ya, the candidate aqua, Yamfano Comprensa. These are the people.
But the youth are also saying a different thing.
Metnaha at the time in our Casabia, when Empenifono, I said where the encounter, these are the people who want the party to go down. Assembly constituency, Assembly regional, Empenifono, oh, that be Almunianes, some number. But the youth of this nation, they are the people that want John Dramani Mahama these elections. That is the fact that is there. And one looking upon from onset, campaign, it is a youth-driven campaign to bring an experienced person to lead this political party and to become the president of this nation. Because who are those suffering today? And they're street about see the number of youths that are out there looking for jobs. These are the aging groups from the 18 to 45 people. They are the people who want change. And Aligissimo will say, what check your demographics as a country now. These are the teaming the population and what good numbers. That is from the voting population, the active population, the youth population, from the 18 to 45 years. What check Ghana population is here now. They form more than 50% of that vote brackets. And with this survey that is coming out, you're here on Upon, the campuses are all visiting, and some are all people that have access to information, that have access to technology, they are the people that are determining the next elections. I am not surprised, and I will not even be perturbed with the numbers that are even endorsing Dr. Bawumia's candidature, because almost say very little, or more impact in the some you or more they are the ones that has more experience in the but your penny very dynamic, very complex people. They are this youth, the youth. Some you quite Professor Makukui. The Professor Makukui see was on your chairman. The people that were talking were the youth. They felt that the man was inactive. What do you mean go around? Because as a party, I call about to see a loosen. So problem and I call you here. We were looking for an active person. All those people were talking against the chairmanship of Professor Makwekwe, where the youth that were not in agreement to that. It's here can Edia share on Japan in crime, Edia share Yenya campaign supporting in and say which is target the youth. They are the ones that are going to win us these elections. And Nyama Ekosu in a buy women. Nipa about this about register more displeasure against John Dramani Mahama Kesepano. The youth, they are the ones that understand the economic indicators very, very well. Nipa one kraha that Juma Komba de Biano, they are the youth population. And then some are Ekosu Galamsey sites, the NDCD Gold Board, Robbie people. The people that are complaining massively, the youth. Okay. What you say? So we should take our message, champion the message through the heart of the youth, and I'm telling you that Ekosuruba from Ebepai, Japan is going to be the next flag bearer of this party and the next president of Ghana. Nothing is going to change. We will not go into any regardless of all the noise that is happening. Yemfa old register Kwankotuaba. Dr. Bobmino will not get any close to 40%. I'm telling you. Okay. With the kind of this affection that is within the party, nowhere close to 40%, and it is going to happen any day, anytime that we vote. Okay.
May I say, Mammy me lines no man yen income, Mammy activity lines man yen income. Number no 0240550899 0240550899. And then number pacho ba or less than 1 minute into ban wine teteto na your call no business so abba. The time no did you call 12 minutes down there 9 simadumi na ba panon me beautiful lines be 8 minutes be na hello, good morning.
Morning, boss.
Chimba chodi be accept.
I saw me kasa you could.
Pachetio.
I also that we can tell only MP that only transaction. Doesn't catch you. And now one day Papa we what do you do? What do you do?
Dabi.
Only Peter. Or how many times?
One time now, okay.
I do one.
Okay, Dabi. Okay, one.
How many times? So come back up. So I now call how many times? So come in, sir. So MP, you boy. Mia, where is it? Also, I am starting to Cooper. You know, I cast off about all the medical special. Not going to put it. Let's say we let them. Yes. Can I just know? I will say, second page on what one.
Okay, Mate, Medasi. Mamma Kodam for the next call and I for any and contribute my journey 0240550899. Hello, good morning. Yes, sir, Chief. Yes, sir. Natu TV, the dialogue show is about you.
The patrol, the person, the such empty before the says, the opposite.
The patrol, bet match one fee. TV no one quote here, phone or so, and come the power. Would you TV no now my feedback about you? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm about you. Maybe accept you.
Me person me charge now.
But me too.
Good morning.
Yes, I see.
The channel say, NPP company 4 years and you may be a name in Tiasi, again, I'm in Tiasi. Yeah, you walk for one. Basically, you're one year. And I'm going to abandon the Paka because no, you're the whole Ghana. Argentina, or Muntia from phone. No back in the year, the former, I'm an woman. And yes, I'd be a better opposition forever. Margaret.
Hello, good morning. Next caller, 0240550899.
Hello.
99. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir, Chief.
But you're sending a message because I said that so bad. About what they have told you, you want to say, oh, say, you're Baumia, or you're Boko, Gentry, the Ghana, the airport, maybe I have to be in a near train. Also, one of them do this one. Can it, you know, all my pie would be in the media. You have to carry your go.
Okay. Mate, Mr. Medas, Papa, Medas, young corner, ye knee and come the next caller, I can't do Jenny, young. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
But you didn't be accepted, senior.
If we accept it, I'm not.
Pachetio.
We the Japan is feno. And Japan, on a feno.
Okay.
Into money be a bit teeny be a manamra. On a feno. I'm more than what is one of my yani Dracula.
Yeah,
I said, more than a bar. I for Sala and your Cotuaba bless. It's motion ye.
And I say, hello, young Conaman from the last colana. Yamfa AC. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
But you didn't maybe accept you.
I'm doing coffee Agyapong, referee Azuma.
Coffee batch at you.
But open him long for the second, almost the Kennedy. Oma Fana Madia, and about you over the about 10 times. You will be 10 times.
Okay. Okay. Matemeda say, Yamfa Fredman in Siwa and being to me for Biabunafi. Yama Papni uncle. For you, Yanko.
I think said the air canon. I had no on said radio station be how your calls one no more for the good name no more your cause. This is an open call or will be a free fee. I've never sat on this show. A month for free even today to register another different opinion concerning the next candidate of the new patriotic party. I think that some back that no so I see if you Ablikuma, and me, from where I sit with my experience with politics and the political science, Kakrano, I know. You realize the earlier concessioner, Dr. Bamiya, is one of the reasons why we are fighting at Ablikuma now. Yeah, because you're talking about there are a lot of advantages when it comes to early conceding, like concession of defeat, But we'll fare the other side now. It is one of the reasons why Martina, James, and Kosa honorable in the constituency. Where did they call so? There are a lot of places that happen like that. The reason was that Dr. Bamiya came out early to declare your friend is saying concessional of the conceding say, oh, well, you see election now. And one of the advantages is that it has an impact on the down ballot races. What does it mean? Say, conceding defeat in the presidential race may affect the morale and motivation of supporters running for other offices, such as parliamentary seats. Because the motivation to even fight for the seat, it is no longer there. Abani and declare we not forgetting say, but we are as a flag bearer, presidential candidate, your influence and your utterances affects the other votes na yet to parliamentary candidate, into Babonti earlier because we consider defeat when there is no turmoil, there are no issues. About 2024. The 7th and the 8th in Tobana. One it is sent to Kobe's Ghana. It was even until when say Obakase Wajatuno. That was when NBC took to the street and vandalizing things. See what happened in the Honorable Buama constituency. A Kakito KGC in the freedom. All because candidates were in my little opinion, I'll say he was timid in that regard. Oh yes, I pay party no office warrior. Or so fuck when Biazo say I'm back Diano. Or different him. What you say? Entino Ablikuma de Tabi you came with time crana any seminar cosono. Say a party form penny phone. If they have any integrity left, what they should do is that they should put an injunction on that elections. Because yes, and make sure that we don't rerun that elections. So our 3 police stations now easy so here security moment. They should get security and go and declare that results. Yeah, we are not going to vote on 19 police stations. It will not happen. And the party in front of AC form. Now at the time you are in Krana, a common penny for no more. Or Munkras any when you know free the leadership on the new people and bra. Okay. Yeah, before conversation yabo. Upon the campaign team na ya shomunkuna abova say moma yan koso jumapa moma ye kasa honte watimi wakame and tokwa hunu social media abstain from that. The people down there want a new candidate. We should prove to the people why we want to present Upon to them as the next flag bearer of the new patriotic party, and tell the people of Ghana why we want Upon as the next president of Ghana come the 9th of December 2028. And Ghana for no said the candidate we are presenting, the party in itself na ya sabian party ni say yampa ye bese sano the kosuruba form a from empire Upon and the party we and be anywhere bit masasa. Okay, thank you.
Abusianti na nya bre ha na be ma yakwan ma ye de ene 7 July the dialogue show edition ye de aba na wie ye what Fojo Shadrack enka ona be me guest na no pay no edi enkoma ye hwe eye sensitive for wo Africa for survey or the about the latest survey that monte to a casafa NPP amayuku no or presidential race near yet me edi uncomo at the amount. My main for birthday back on becoming son men for entremo and happy birthday to Felix.
And may all your dreams come true. Happy birthday.
When the beer will be here, beer was sitting in Mubiano, Yankopon and Fanomo. Now on none dirty. Emfa enchiro o mane nim tie enye kase emfa mo ade bia wo ye ne na mo bia wo tu bia no awusi aha na ede usi media de sempera Emmanuel Mate adomdom ya ochina e besan so ede wo hia da me ka cho say work with a pure heart fa kuma finance fa adwemo finance ensusu bone ma wonua enwe bone ma wonua bia o de otiase ni emnye sa emfa ma no yakọ Kristo ama na wankuen o jide na we show say obe preserve your boy ho ban na o channel pa no so the dialogue show e be san say do we share do we see macro bye bye.